She was just the cleaning lady. That's what they all thought. At the company gala, in the glittering ballroom of Parkside Financial Group, they laughed as they poured Coca-Cola over her head. Sticky soda dripped from her uniform. No one lifted a finger. Not one executive thought to stop it. Because to them, she was nobody. But oh, they had no idea who she really was. Meet Dana Thompson. She was 39. Quiet, observant, and invisible in the eyes of the Parkside elite. Her janitor's badge got her through every door, but no one ever truly saw her. They walked past her, barked orders, mocked her behind her back even to her face. Rebecca Langston, the HR director, called her sweetheart with that fake smile that always meant the opposite. Chad Monroe, the smug VP of operations, had a habit of spilling coffee and blaming Dana for not cleaning it fast enough. And then there was Victoria Chase, head of marketing, always talking about empowering women while subtly humiliating the women who didn't wear heels or have Ivy League degrees. What they didn't know was that Dana had a PhD in behavioral economics. She had taught ethics at Stanford. She had authored peer-reviewed papers and advised Fortune 500 boards. And Chad, he had once been her student. She failed him for plagiarism. He never recognized her now. Mopping the marble floors, he strutted across like he owned the place. Dana had been embedded at Parkside for 6 months as part of a private investigation into workplace abuse, discrimination, and financial fraud. It started as a research project, but it turned personal when she saw how low they could go. Especially Rebecca. The woman made it her mission to micromanage the lives of lower-level staff. She doled out humiliations like party favors, all under the guise of professionalism. Dana endured it all with grace. She watched, listened, and collected evidence. She planted micro cameras in her collar and scanned every spreadsheet they left lying open. She memorized bank routing numbers, offshore account names, even passwords scribbled on Post-it notes. And she never said a word. Not until the night they went too far. At Parkside's 30th anniversary gala, Dana was ordered to serve drinks while wearing a company logo apron. Her colleagues chuckled as she moved through the glittering crowd. Victoria took the microphone to give a rousing speech about diversity, all while whispering to a board member that Dana's appearance was bad optics. Then Chad, already drunk on expensive scotch, bumped into Dana and knocked her tray to the ground. The crystal glasses shattered, echoing through the marble atrium. Oops, he slurred. Guess we need a cleaner who can hold a tray. Dana knelt to clean up the mess, her hands trembling. Rebecca sauntered over, holding a full glass of soda. She stared down at Dana, smiled, and said, "You missed a spot." And then she dumped the soda right over Dana's head. The room fell into awkward silence. Some chuckled. Most looked away. No one helped. Dana reached for her phone and whispered into it, "Come now." 90 seconds later, The grand double doors swung open. In walked Elijah Thompson, Dana's husband, the billionaire CEO of Thompson Innovations, one of the most powerful tech companies in the country. The man who had been quietly acquiring, controlling shares of Parkside for the past 2 months. He didn't say a word as he walked past the stunned executives. Rebecca froze mid-sip. Chad sobered up instantly. Victoria dropped her champagne. Elijah crossed the room and took off his tailored jacket. He draped it gently over Dana's shoulders, then used his silk pocket square to wipe soda from her face. "You okay, babe?" he asked. Dana stood. The cleaning lady was gone. In her place stood Dr. Dana Thompson, composed, proud, and radiating authority. Elijah turned to the crowd. "I'd like to take my wife home now." Rebecca's face went ghost white. "Your wife?" That's when the gears started turning. Chad's eyes widened. Dr. Thompson? From Stanford? Dana nodded. "The one who failed your ethics paper. Looks like I was right." They stumbled over themselves trying to apologize. But Elijah wasn't interested in words. "Conference room. Now," he ordered. "All executives." Once inside, Elijah pulled out a tablet and connected it to the main screen. One by one, he played footage Dana had gathered. Microaggressions, derogatory comments, financial misconduct. The silence in the room was deafening. Chad tried to argue. "This is illegal surveillance. California's a single-party consent state." Elijah replied coldly. "She consented." Victoria tried to pivot. "I support women's rights. Except when you're mocking women of color behind their backs." Documents were placed on the table, account transfers, falsified ledgers, forged board approvals. "This isn't just toxic culture," Elijah said. "This is criminal." And then came the final blow. Thompson Innovations completed acquisition this morning. I now own 52% of Parkside Financial. And as of this moment, you're all terminated. 2 officers walked in. FBI Financial Crimes Division. Rebecca didn't protest. She just collapsed into her chair. Chad tried to shift blame. Victoria pretended she didn't know. It didn't matter. The paperwork told the truth. The arrests were swift. The silence that followed was deafening. The next morning, Dana stood before a room of stunned employees. She wore a sharp navy blue suit. No more apron. No more mop. "I didn't come here to punish anyone," she said. "I came to learn what happens when people think no one of importance is watching." What I saw was heartbreaking, but also inspiring. Some of you showed quiet kindness, and that mattered. She announced raises for the lowest paid staff. Profit sharing across departments. And a new rule: every executive must spend a week each quarter in an entry-level role. If a job is worth doing, it's worth respecting, she said. Not everyone clapped. Some weren't ready. But most stood and applauded, because they finally saw her not just as a leader, but as someone who understood them. And now I want to hear from you. Have you ever seen someone dismissed because of their job title or background? Have you ever stayed silent when someone was humiliated at work? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Because stories like this aren't just entertainment. They're a mirror. And it's time we all take a good look.